Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel where today we are taking a look at the freshly released Warlords season article. The Warlords season will be running from the 1st of April to the 3rd of June. Now I'm not going to go over all of the season details. If you want to find out exactly in the minutiae of this season, then go ahead and check out the article here. I'll put a link to that in the description below. But what we're going to focus on today is this little puppy right here, the new Object 490 Belka with vehicle skin. The vehicle skin does look nice. If you want to see what it looks like, check the stream. There may be an image of it down below, we can have a look. But the Ultimate Season Pass is what you'll be interested in, 6,000 gold, and you will get the Belka, Era 3 Eastern Alliance Tank Destroyer. Now we'll just quickly scroll down here, emblems, various inscriptions, nice little trinkets here and there for the World War II guys. The M46 Pattern KR. I did have this back in the day and I got rid of it because I thought it was terrible. That may have been me, new player, not knowing what I'm doing, but I had it, got rid of it. Other World War II tanks here. I'll skip past those. If you want to know more about World War II stuff, check out the content creators that do World War II. But this is why we are here right now. This is the Object 490 Belka, Cold War, Eastern Alliance, Era 3 Tank Destroyer. So let's take a look at this and compare it to the other infamous Era 3 Tank Destroyer. Starting from the top, 10% tank XP bonus. What have we got here? Same, 10%. Okay, fine. Silver bonus 50, 50, excuse me. Yeah, 50, 65, okay. Not going to be your choice for silver boosting, but 25% commander XP boost. This is a crew trainer. 477 does not have that. So keep that in mind. This is a potential crew trainer. Put on your 4 times crew XP boosts or whatever crew XP boost you've got, and you will get an extra 25% every game, which is nice. 3,900 hit points. Well, I can say the 490 does win in that department, beating the 477 by 150. 1,000 horsepower engine, 18.53 power to weight ratio. This does matter. So let's have a look at the 477. 1,200 horsepower, 24.62. Okay, this means that even though the 477 is slower, 75, the Belka will do 80 forwards, there, and backwards, forwards and back. The lower power to weight ratio means that even though it has a higher top speed, it's going to take longer to get there. It's going to feel a little bit more sluggish. So, we'll have to see how this thing plays. But I have a feeling that you're going to have to really watch the minimap with this thing. Because yes, it is quick if you put engine and tracks in this thing, which you could do. I wouldn't, it's a tank destroyer. But if you put engine and tracks in there, you're going to get this up to, what's 8%, that's 88, plus another 5%, that's 4, so 92. You can get this thing up to 92 kilometers an hour. That's rapid, that's light tank speeds, which you will need because Era 3 is a bit of a circus. It's a bit of a Mario Kart race. You're going to need to watch the minimap and give yourself time to get up to that speed. The 477 is a lot faster at getting up to its speed than this thing will be. That's my prediction anyway. So, hull traverse 28, turret traverse 30. Okay, alright. Turret traverse 34, it's faster. Hull traverse 30, it's faster. So, the 477 is going to feel nippier, more nimble, more reactive, snappier in your hands. This is going to feel a little bit more sedated, I want to say. I've got a feeling this is going to be the difference between the potential, just to give you an idea, this is going to be the difference between 4005 responding to your input and a charioteer or a convoy even. That's my prediction. Turret yaw limit, negative 120, 120. If we look at the image here, they're not wrong about that. They're not going to be wrong about that. But if you look at the actual construction here, the way this thing is built. I reckon 90 is about there. I reckon 120 is about at that second point there, which means your gun, if that's horizontal, your gun at this point is going to be pointing up in the air at this sort of angle. So even though you've got this 120, unless you're shooting downhill, unless you're sideways onto a slope shooting downhill, I don't know if that's going to be useful. I don't think that's going to be helpful at all, really. But again, we need to play this thing to really find out what will and won't be working for it. The gun then, penetration and damage, 900, 180, 760, 980. 900, 180, 760, 980. Same gun. Okay, fine. Aim time, 2.4 seconds in drive mode, 2.3 seconds in siege mode. We'll talk about the siege mode a little bit later, but the aim time, that is slightly quicker, 2.7. Yeah, you might notice that. Accuracy of 0.33, accuracy of 0.35. So the 490 is going to aim slightly quicker and it's going to be slightly more accurate. But rate of fire, 4.62 rounds a minute, 4.76. The reload on the 477 is quicker. Right. That's difficult to comment on. Difficult to decide how that's going to be. We're just going to have to play it and see what happens. But that does mean the DPM is lower, 3511, and the DPM here is 3618. Yeah, okay, well, this thing's faster. You can go quickly backwards. I don't know if that's going to be a help, but we'll see. Anyway, 45 rounds of ammunition. You're not going to burn through all that. Ammo type, APFSDS, high explosive. That is the same here, I believe. Do we have that information here? We do have that information somewhere. I've lost it. Yeah, APFSDS, high explosive. That's exactly the same. Okay, gun depression, 10 degrees. Gun elevation, 10 degrees. That's, given this is a Russian tank, and Russian tanks are not famous for gun depression, as the 477 demonstrates, because it only has 6 degrees right there, 10 is very good. 10 is good enough for most situations. I believe the Conqueror is up at 12 degrees of gun depression, something like that. British, I think the Charlie 2 has 10 degrees of gun depression. That's good enough, mostly. There aren't many times when you're going to need the 14 degrees of gun depression. And another thing to note here is the accuracy only changes slightly with siege mode. This isn't a Swedish S-tank. This isn't a Wolverine where you have got to be in siege mode for it to be mega accurate. You can play this thing without the siege mode active, so I don't know if this siege mode is really going to be that useful, especially when you consider the fact that the only benefit is 4 degrees of gun depression that you're probably not going to use, and you're sacrificing 50 kilometers an hour of your speed. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to play it and see. But hey, right now, siege mode is looking like, well, this is what I commented in my Discord. It's starting to look like a bit of an ashtray on a motorcycle. Just not useful at all. Not helpful. Not going to be used. Yeah, but again, we'll have to play it and see. So the last two here, 505 meters of view range, 670 meters of signal range. Exactly the same. 505, 670. Now that we've gone through the stats and we've figured out kind of what this vehicle is going to be like, I want to comment on the actual construction and the way these tanks appear. Everybody knows the 477, the way you beat it from the front is you throw high explosive at this front upper plate here. Don't have a great view of it in this orientation, but everybody knows that. That's all you can hit. If you hit the turret, this is not a hitbox. You're not going to do damage by hitting the turret here. I would suspect it's the same for this, but look at the real estate. Look at the amount of real estate this thing has got in comparison to the 477. I've got a feeling this is going to be a HESH and high explosive magnet. You fire high explosive at any angled hull down tank destroyer. That's what we learned from playing the early days of tier 10, sorry, not tier 10, World War II, but tier 10 especially with the Swedish Stridsvagn. It's what we've learned in era 2 with the Wolverine. I've got a feeling this thing is going to have the life knocked out of it by high explosive. That is my prediction. We're going to have to play it and see, but I'm kind of... that's my major concern with this. I've got a feeling this is going to be spanked by high explosive. I mean, look at that. That is not a small area. I mean, this orientation makes it look quite small. This makes it look like an S-tank. This makes it look like two S-tanks. I think an S-tank would probably finish about here. You've got another half of it to go. This thing looks enormous. Absolutely enormous. It looks like something straight out of sci-fi, to be honest, but yeah, I'm not sure. They did say on stream there's a lot of spaced armor, but you know, we just still high explosive all the way. Potential weak points at the top here. I don't know. It's very difficult to say. It does look very nice with the skin on it, but I'm not convinced at the moment that this thing is going to be all that effective. It's very big, very flat on the sides. A lot of stuff is going to pen the sides. High explosives going to go through the top. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. But hey, they've put a lot of effort into this 3D skin. That does look quite nice. But again, guys, we're just going to have to wait till Tuesday, play this thing, and see exactly what it's like. Alright guys, that is all I've got for this video. If you've enjoyed it, please leave it a like. If not a dislike, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you in the next one.